Elfie, they are not alone. Mbona nasikia sauti yangu iko hoarse?
You and me both.
Sorry. Did you have a good night's sleep?
I was thinking about today because first I didn't know where we are going, so I had this anxiety. Ni wapi? Ni road trip ama? Like I didn't know much, but I had a few guesses. And
This was not a mountain.
actually, the
And the quote of the day is, "You're not broken, you are injured, and injuries can heal." That is from Peter Walker. He has a book called Surviving to Thriving from Post-Traumatic Episodes. And one thing about why we are discussing about post-traumatic episodes and healing is, one, this is May is a mental awareness month. And then secondly is mental injuries or episodes cause scars, but the problem is not the scar that you can see. Unlike kuvunjika mguu, unavunjika na kila mtu anaona, by the way it's swollen, it is bleeding, it is broken, and it needs an x-ray to be seen actually it's broken. But for the mental issues or injuries, you cannot touch it or see the swelling. It's something that is hidden but is growing if not attended. If you don't attend to a broken leg, the next thing you're going to have infection and all those things. Same case with mental injuries. If you not attend to it, can progress to something bigger. And unajua watu wakisema mtu ako mgonjwa mentally, ni ile time yenye ameanza kuokota makaratasi, now they can say, huyo by the way ni mgonjwa mentally. But it starts from somewhere. Right? And on today's show, we are going to learn, we are going to learn and get healed. And I'm so excited on the panel today. We have two amazing powerhouses. I have on my exact left, I have Anne Laura. She's a business person. She loves photography. She does good photography. She's a businesswoman, a powerhouse, an encourager, and a friend. And I have on the other end, I have Anne Mwaniki. She is a teacher by profession and also a CEO at Voices That Heal. This is a platform that many people come. We get to talk, we get to get healing. She's a psychologist, behavioral psychologist by profession. And of course, she does another company called Django Trails. This is where she just takes people on vacations, not vacation, like hikes, cool environment like this. You come and talk, you come and camping. It's a good environment to talk, to share, to enjoy as you are healing mentally. So this is a good space, and I love the garden. Tuko mahali kunaitwa Teva Gardens in Kagio. A very cool environment that you feel relaxed and healed. Are you feeling the same thing?
Yeah.
Karibuni sana on the show. This is your Nurse Companion show, and I'm so happy to have you today. Of course, I am your host, Caroline Wanjiru Mwangi, and I'm loving this. I'm getting to heal, to talk, and to enjoy the space. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
You can do a small introduction. I don't nimesema vitu mingi. Unaweza introduce yourself to the viewers of the day.
My name is Anne Laura, a mother of 3.
Wow.
And a photographer, as she said, and a business person as well.
Yeah.
Hello viewers, my name is Anne Mwaniki. I am a therapist, you are door-to-door psychologist, and I love nature because it's a place of connecting the human psyche. Yeah, so we are here to have a conversation, and I'm ready. I hope you are ready wherever you're watching from.
Yeah. So, I want us, goes to Daktari. I want us to tell more about what is post-traumatic episodes experience according to you as a psychologist.
Yeah, we can define PTSD or post-traumatic as it's a health condition, which is mental, emotional, and psychological. That it happens when someone has gone through some episode and life-threatening event, and then there's some fear and anxiety that result from it. And this event can be violence, loss, war, among many others. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have different types?
Yeah, we do have different types of trauma. Like we have the physical trauma, cognitive that affects your mind and your thinking pattern, and also we have the emotional trauma. Yeah.
To what extent do we see these things?
They happen every day, and they can happen to everybody and everyone.
Sorry. Mtu akisema about like childhood traumas, like all of us, we have them. But as a medic, one thing I know, kila mwili, it has the normal temperatures, the normal level you can bleed. Like it has you call it hemostasis. This is the normal of the body. But now when you see about post-traumatic, ni kumaanisha now you have gotten to the extreme, because kila mtu anasema kona trauma, si ndio? Sisi tulitwangwa ile ni kama atako tu but we did not die. I guess it's within limits. But now when you say traumatic, it means it's now what even the body cannot handle.
Yeah.
Okay, what is trauma? Nilivyosema na ni kama niko na PTSD. What would you think? What is that according to my understanding huku nje? Laura, utakisema niko na trauma.
I think personally, mimi on my part, the fact that you even afraid to sleep. You're afraid to go home when it is dark. Unaona tu 6:30 imefika, hujafika home, uoga inakuingia. I think that is one way of labeling it.
Of trauma.
Of trauma.
Yeah.
Things that never used to scare you, now they become triggers of maybe fear, of mostly fear, actually, mostly fear. So that's when you get to a point where you say, I am traumatized.
Yeah.
I am traumatized by something. Yeah.
Daktari, what are the signs of post-traumatic episodes?
Yeah, actually what Laura just said is true. And also maybe we can add things like nightmares. Unapata nightmares. But one of the most difficult sign of trauma is being emotionally disconnected and emotionally numb. Sometimes you don't feel emotions at all, even when things are happening. That can be when now the PTSD has affected you. You are actually, it's not mild anymore. Yeah. So you feel anxiety, panic attacks are among the, the mild symptoms. But when now ukifika mahali you cannot feel anything. Even when things are happening around you, you're just like, okay, sasa ni nini? Sometimes that's an effect of PTSD. Yeah.
Laura, for the, people have, like when you say the signs of, your signs you say is getting home late, or it's getting dark and you're feeling worried. Would you want us to talk the journey of where did you get to this point of, staki hata kuko usiku? So what got you there?
Last year, I was attacked by thugs at home at night. Kama tumelala. And one of the attackers came to my bedroom and it was bad. He hurt me, he hurt my child. And now from then, ndio sasa those issues started happening. Feeling emotionally numb kwanza was the first one, because I could not understand how. And these people were led to my house by someone I had trusted with my children. So just the thought of, this is a person you have trusted with your most valued people, and does this to you and you have done nothing to them. I could not get past that point. I could not get past that point. So now after the attack, I think the fact that my child was hurt, my other child was drugged, the fact that I was physically assaulted to a point of an attempted rape, everything shifted for me. Me as a person, mwenye nilikuwa najijua kitambo, just changed.
Yeah,
I got to a shell of a person that I could not understand. And just getting back to wanting to see people, getting back to wanting to talk to people, getting back to wanting to do your normal activities has been quite a journey. It has been quite a journey.
When people are talking about robbery size ina happen so much, you just watch it like a video and you'll go to the next one. But that is a particular person who is getting attacked. It's a road they're used to walking every single day. It's a routine that has been, now someone just thought of cutting the privacy, cutting the security. Like on your case, it was a home, your own home.
Yeah. I remember people telling me, Laura, unafaa kuhama, and I'd ask them, well, that thought came to me, but now this is my home. You struggled so much to get here. Nitahama niende wapi? My children know nothing else. My mom is used to this. So the option of kuhama was not there. Now you get to a point where you want to change everything about your bedroom, but still getting back to your comfort zone, haijawahi happen.
You know, you're
until
just
today.
telling us a life that people who have been attacked experience and they cannot even speak it out.
Yeah.
Would you mind taking us through the journey? Because sana sana emotionally in your tone, you can just see the video of someone being attacked. But how is the journey of now recovering, going like the following day, I have to go to the same bedroom that someone attacked me in?
It took me a long time before I could get to that bedroom again. But emotionally, you disconnect fully. You disconnect. I remember the whole of January and the whole of maybe January, February, my life was, I'm in the house, I'm in a police station. I'm in the house, I'm in a police station. I used to walk to Sagana police station to just cry. I don't want to be at home. Hakuna mahali pengine naeza enda, hakuna mahali pengine na feel they'd understand. Because these were the first responders. These are the people I got to open up to nikiandikisha statement. So now I used to walk to Sagana police station. I'd just sit there and cry.
No, you don't even need
Nothing else.
anything else.
Nilikuwa nakaa usiasa na niliza Laura tukusaidia na nini, naambia sijui mbona nimekuja. So just sit there, cry the whole day, najaribu kuletewa food. I could not even stomach it. I could not even stomach it. To a point where I even felt that I have disconnected kabisa from my children because this tiny one was breastfeeding. So I did not even have the energy to breastfeed. Hata hiyo maziwa singepata because I was not even eating.
Oh, so sorry.
So it was naamka, natembea Sagana police station nikilia na kutana na watu wanduthi maidhori. At times I remember handkerchief, at times I don't. I sit there, I cry. Kuna kuu usiku. Now at night, now you wonder, what do I do? But now, fortunately, I was surrounded by family and friends. So for almost half a year, my house was always full of people. So sasa walikuwa na jaribu, we jaribu lale. So you try, but you really can't. You really can't. I had to even fence my compound because ilikuwa mabati. So now I could just imagine mabati gongane.
Yeah.
Napiga, I used to scream. I used to literally scream. So now I had to take a loan, fence my compound. Still nothing. So now I used to get to a point where I called the OCS na ambia Martin, kuna watu nje. I know kuna watu nje. Just send officers, wanakuja, tunakaa mpaka 5 wananiambia go and try and sleep. And that was life for almost half a year.
Where?
Yeah. I remember when you came.
Yeah.
I don't know what you experienced, but kukujia kwa barabara at night, it was something else.
Wow.
It was something else.
So sorry for that. Now, how unajua police watakuja wachukue statements, people will go home of course at the end of the day. So how did you heal? Okay, tuseme umeheal completely from it, but which steps did you take? You're telling me about the Rwanda trip. Which steps did you take? Zingine of course zilikuwa out of fear, but what steps do you take? Would say right now at least I am healing from the episode.
I used to cry a lot. I used to cry, and I don't remember a time that I was not crying. So now, when I could not cry anymore, I started now writing about it on Facebook. Kidogo. I found myself in Rwanda for a week.
That Rwanda story you're going to tell us. What did you do?
And I think and talking about it, I used to talk about it to some of my close friends and family, and some would understand what is going on. Wengine walikuwa wana feel like I'm being too dramatic, but I really think talking about it really helped me. Just talking about it when I felt heavy. Ikifika mahali I could not talk to anyone, the investigating officer on my case, yeye ndio nilikuwa nakuta. And he was just too kind to listen. Because I just uko kwa ofisi Sagana police station. Natoa hasira, and by the time I'm going home, at least I feel like a burden imekuwa chini. So yeah, talking about it, writing about it, crying about it, disappearing for some time really helped.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us about the Rwanda story.
Rwanda.
The Rwanda story.
Yeah, the Rwanda story.
Yeah.
Rwanda, you just you try to think that this environment that you're in, haisaidi, and maybe if you're aware, it would really help. So now I made a trip to Rwanda. and I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I just niliingia kwa basi Kigali for 1 week. And among the places I visited was the genocide center. So I could see the children's room with all the stories that happened, and I remember crying there for 6 hours. I just hiyo siku nililia. Nakuja nauliza, do you want to go to the therapy room? And I just couldn't. I just cried, and after maybe I feel after that trip, everything now just started making sense, because one, I had to be there for my children. And ni kama nilikuwa disconnect kidogo emotionally. And remember, this happened in January. So February I was able to recover my car.
Yes.
March my children got sick.
Hata hiyo recovery ya kaa bado tunafaa kuongelea.
So now March mtoto amegonjeka. Nimelala hospitali na mtoto. I don't know what it is kulala na mtoto hospitali. Gets to a point where naenda theater na mtoto. This child is 1 year old. We recover. We go home. We go for checkup. I carry the other child. The doctor sees her and asks me, umekuwa ukiishi na huyu aje? Then I have to hand over this tiny one to go home. Nabaki hospitali na huyu mwingine. Gets to a point where now the insurance says we cannot cover this surgery. You have to pay this certain amount out of pocket. Theater again for your second child.
Right.
So now as the children are healing, health-wise, where you still have all these burdens, and it was just...
There's something I when you were talking about the Rwanda story, there's something I got about it. When you're having a traumatic time, it was just tough for you, and you felt like you are the edge, and you just traveled to nowhere, and you landed to Rwanda. And at Rwanda, when you went to the genocide site, you see children that were robbed, the life was taken away from them in a very harsh way. Some were killed, some were raped. A lot was done, and at that point you did not concentrate on your own pain. You concentrated on theirs. Was it a healing process for you in any way?
For me, it was a healing point, because I thought my children are at home. They are alive.
Yes, safe.
They are well.
Yeah.
Here I am, emotionally unwell, emotionally unstable. So one way or another, I have now to get better. If not for myself, for them. If not for myself, my firstborn, I feel like he even forgot who I was as a mother. We just disconnected so much, because he's understanding, but he's not understanding. You're supposed to be there for me, but you're not there for me. You're supposed to be home, but you're not home. I need these things. I need to buy this and this and this for me. I cannot afford it, because again, I have spent so much with all this process ya polisi, gari kupatikana, hospital, something else. So he does not understand. Now it translated now to him, school issues, napigiwa simu, amefanya, kuja tunakuhitaji. So now that moment triggered me to feel like I need to heal. I need to just snap of whatever this is, however I can. Whether it is talking about it, writing about it, crying about it, but I need to get better. If not for myself, for them.
Okay, Doctor, I want to get to you. In the part of healing emotionally, when you concentrate on other people's issue, is it a positive way of healing, or is it us masking our pain?
Well, we can argue it in you suppressing your emotions because you don't want to deal with them at the moment. You think dealing with other people's emotion will help you actually forget yours. It's more of a negative, if you ask me. But sometimes if whatever someone has gone through is so much, it's taking so much toll on their mind, it is okay. It is okay to, for a moment, just to suppress the emotion and deal with it later. It will help you to refocus, and also you're able to get tips on how to work on yourself from helping others. Yeah.
because I felt the Rwanda story was she stopped concentrating on her pain. She walked the journey, because when you're crying, you did not cry because of much of how you were robbed and the scary part of your journey, but you are looking at these children, you know, because they are writing the story of what happened to these children. Ndio ilikuwa inafanya usikie hiyo pain. It's not a healing process.
I don't think for me it was a healing process really.
You're identifying with your...
una suppress kitu unaona someone else is going through worse than you are, so you're better off. But again, you have not really dealt with how you heal, because again, up until now, at times I don't sleep well at night. Up until now, I am still scared. Up until now, I go to Sagana police station. So I don't feel...
Sagana lakini endangi kulia?
Siku hizi siendangi kulia.
All right.
At times I just need to go there and vent and follow up maybe on the case and feel they understand. They understand, because if I come and tell you as my friend and you're not there, saa zingine unafikirianga yani Anne, this is the only thing you think about. You understand? But then they know what you went through. And
it's like they are walking the journey with you.
They are walking the journey with me, yeah. So I think I was a bit of suppressing, which helped one way or another. But again, you get to a point,
You break.
when I was put on the stand for the second time, questioned for 3 hours, nilirudi square zero.
Actually, that's what healing is all about.
Kurudi square zero.
Nilirudi literally square zero. It felt like that night same thing happening
like the
because
wound
now
was
you're standing on the
uncovered.
stand, everything, that the knife that was used to almost stab you, the things that were used to lash you, everything is there. The bloody things, they are there. This person who did these things to you is asking you questions to invalidate everything that happened for 3 hours.
Oui.
So I went back to zero. Yani nimeanza afresh. That was a few months ago. Sasa you start again. I don't think I have started again. So bado tuko.
Daktari.
But again, you have to.
Daktari, tell us about the healing process. Umesema tunafaa kurudi tena hapo.
The healing process.
Yeah,
it's like
the healing process.
The grieving process. It has its own stages. And some of the stages now will require you to keep going back to square zero to start over again. When all these triggers, all the things that caused you pain, you see what they say, you cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing. If going to court reminds you about everything, then you'll have to revisit your past. And when you keep revisiting those episodes, that's where now healing starts. But if you avoid nothing, you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to even see the people who actually caused you harm, you are only suppressing your emotions. You're not ready to deal with them. And it's allowed. Actually, it's allowed, because it's okay until you feel safe enough to deal with it.
I actually wanted to ask, do you ever feel
Safe enough.
Yeah, it gets to a point. I feel like right now you feel safe enough even to share about it on live camera. This is a stage. You have actually progressed so well.
I'm happy to hear that.
Let me ask you, a few months ago, I know you're the host, but let me just ask, a few months ago, like maybe last year, would you have done a live recording?
No.
Of course.
I would not even have agreed.
So this is a
even
step.
talk.
You sharing your story to the world, and I know there are so many people who have gone through that. They are unable to speak. Some are even unable to tell their family members what they have gone through. This is just hope, giving hope to so many people out there. And it shows that you're actually almost there. You're almost there. You're going somewhere. Amaje?
True.
Yeah.
True.
So it gets to a point where you actually get there.
Yeah.
I look forward to that point.
And you'll get there. And when you do, you'll actually be hope to so many people out there.
Pray that happens.
Yeah.
Another thing nimependa about Laura, what you're doing online is the way you're putting on posts. You don't know how much, like when we reshare your status, people are happy, people are sharing, yes, I am okay. When you tell us to send some love or comment, you keep doing it. As much as it is you healing, many are healing out of the same experiences, because I can imagine for some who are being robbed and to an extent being killed, they don't have that voice to say, this is what I experienced emotionally. This is how I walked the journey of healing. Do you believe in professional help, like therapy?
Well, I tried it, and It was horrible.
I'm going to refer you to my
I saw
therapist.
someone, that time I became so vulnerable. Carol, I don't remember where. I don't remember a time that Aki I opened up. I was raw.
Yeah.
And I was just asked, Aki, sasa tutafanya? When you go to sleep, try and wiggle your feet, relax your brain, and see if everything will be okay. So from that point, I have never considered professional help again.
I think you had already answers. Alikuwa expect ataniambia hivi.
I don't know what I expected.
Yeah.
I just expected someone to just lift like a load. Kidogo tu. Kidogo tu. But
These
it
are the
didn't
things
happen.
that go wrong in the therapy room. These are actually
And I had
exactly-
friends who really told me that therapy works because they've been to therapists before. So I considered it for a minute from their recommendations. Where this thing works, they have been helped.
Yeah.
So I expected some kind of help, but to be asked, sasa tutafanya wiggle your feet kidogo? No. I tried wiggling my feet, nikapata muscle pull.
Therapist.
Yeah,
How
well,
do you walk
talking
this journey?
or maybe commenting from a psychological point, this is what we believe as psychologists. If you have been trained to be a psychologist and you've passed through the process, I believe these are basic things that we were taught in class. When a client comes, you're not supposed to talk much. You give them the opportunity to express themselves. Then you're supposed to apply a lot of empathy, not sympathy,
Okay.
in the therapy room. So maybe what happened, I wouldn't actually talk much about what happened, but maybe the person who was seeing you was not able to fit into your shoes at the moment because they are also a human being, and maybe she or he didn't have it in her to actually understand your story. Because from where I sit right now, I feel like attempted rape is equally to rape. That is how I feel, because the same impact it would have left a person who was actually raped is the same that you're actually experiencing. So I feel like when it comes to therapy, it's good to apply empathy as much as you put your emotional intelligence on top. And it's okay not to be okay in the therapy room. But you see that step of having someone to listen to you, it's the listening that counts a lot than the actual solutions that you're looking for, because majority of the clients who I see, they come ready expecting for me to tell them now, go and do this and that and that, and it must work. But that's not what happens. And therapy, just the way you said, it's not a one-time thing. You only saw her once, right?
Yeah,
And you
just-
never went
I
back.
never went back.
So you could not have felt the progress, the weight of therapy. Maybe if you went back the following day and another day and another day, with time, both nyinyi wawili munge develop a friendship now, she or he would have understood you better. And even how to approach your situation from a professional and a friendly basis.
I think the courage to just share again and relive those moments is what just limits me, because I've had numbers shared. Unaweza ona huyu, unaweza ona huyu. And I think about it, at times I wake up and I know akinaenda kuona therapist. Ama hii namba nilipatiwa na Karo, let me just try and call and we see. And naweka kwa dial pad lakini najiuliza ure for what? Just at times getting out of the house becomes such a challenge.
Actually, you are so courageous that you went. That's courage. That you actually went to see a therapist when everything was so raw. People shut down for 3 years or 4 years before they even seek professional help. You did it within the first year?
Yeah, it was sometime last year, August. Yeah, it was within the first year.
To me, that is strength.
It was within the
You
first year.
tried.
Yeah.
You tried. And I feel like even if she would have helped you, aingesaidia sana. Simply because things were so fresh. They needed at least zihandoliwe kidogo kidogo. By the time you are seeing them, now it's easier to address them.
She mentioned she had a good family and friends community, which is very okay. What other things would you recommend someone in the healing process? Alafu unajua kuna zingine ni traumatic because of an accident, things that they were not even prepared for. So except having a family, and we are so grateful you had family and friends around you, which is such a pillar. What else would you recommend for someone who is walking the healing journey?
First, to be patient with their healing journey. You be patient with yourself as a person. before you even let other people to be patient with you. One of the things that happen when someone is actually going through a traumatic episode is losing interest in the things that you liked before. Unaanza kusikia you liked baking cakes, now you don't even want to see that kitchen.
I used to cook. It's been 2 years since I cooked.
Yeah, so the first thing starts with now trying out new things. Yeah, you try out new things and you allow people to be part of you. Do not shut people out sana. I'm loving that you actually called her at that particular night, because that is now you letting people to help you. Even if they won't do much, akuje tu akae hapo na wewe.
Sikuwa na option hiyo siku. It's either you come or come.
Polisi hawako available, so lazima ukuje.
And then you also need to believe in your experience that whatever happened. You want to accept it. It's actually happened. You can't be in denial anymore. That's a step in the healing process. You hold the cards as the victim. Sorry to use this word victim. We don't use it in therapy, but you hold all the cards. You determine your healing journey.
No, at times,
You do.
at times you're told you have to be very careful. Hawa wakora wanakuanga wabaya sana. Unaweza fuatwa nyumbani.
Blaming the victim.
They can come back again. So watch your surroundings. How do you move past that?
Is that people even, or even your inner voice itself?
No, it is
Actually, people.
the people.
Even
You're being cautioned. So like for my instance, every time I go to court, I have to be very keen. Nani ako kwa hii room? When I'm going back home, kuna mtu sura hata moja inanifuata. I have to divert mara kama
Fear.
because I don't want to be followed back home. Can these people send people back because you're told hizi cases are well, some things you're told very in a raw manner. Cases are robbery with violence, wanamalizanga tu complainant, kesi inaisha wanatoka. So how do you get past? This will not happen again.
this is my card to control. I can
How do you get past
control that?
In my case, my car was stolen. It was used to steal in other places. So now
That's
driving it, kwanza I remember the first week ililala church.
after
Whole week,
recovering
after
it.
recovering it. Now after that, you imagine utaenda Nyeri, ilikuwa inaiba na huko, mwenye ilibia aione, uchome ukiwa ndani ya gari. How do you move on past that?
Na zile lawama nyingi zimewekwa
Exactly.
na hao watu.
As much as we became friends with the victims wenye walikuwa naibiwa nayo na huko, but before then, I could not even get the courage. Yesterday I was in Kagio, na mtu akaanza gari kwa home. Kwa nini hivyo tu? But I know deep within I am not comfortable because naweza kutana na mtu ili kufanyia vitu kwako, you want to burn it, you think ni mimi nilikuwa nimepatiana hiyo gari. You know, how do you get past that?
Is it possible to, to change the car?
The court says you cannot. It is an exhibit. You cannot sell it, you cannot change the color, you cannot change anything about it until you're done with this.
Wow. That will
At
take
times
a
I
while.
even feel the smell out, because I remember when I was attacked, one of the things that was very evident is a certain smell that person had. A very, I don't know what it was. And it is a smell
You
that
still remember the smell?
I still remember the smell to date. At times I feel it in the car.
It's mental. It is in your mind.
You told us healing, you have to maybe leave the site. Now she
At
cannot
times
leave
I
the
have
house.
to leave.
No, this is
She cannot leave the house.
I feel it in the car. Na feel aki. As much as vitu zilitolewa, ikaoshwa, ikaskrabiwa 1 week, nikakaa nayo bila a month. For a month it was in the couch. So how do you get past that? Me, hiyo smell kwanza, hiyo smell. Some people tell me that it is a spiritual smell. I don't know.
But it is
I feel like everything is in your mind. It's not like kuna smell kama hiyo.
Ilikuwa.
But
ilikuwa, lakini sasa
Ilikuwa.
delete out of your
Ilikuwa. You see the
system.
way-
Umesema,
I can-
like right
I can-
now,
I
when
can
you-
identify with the perfume. Everything now around me becomes that.
Physically, it's not even there,
Physically, it is
but
not
you
there.
can
Physically,
feel
the
it.
last time I
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
it was when they were arrested. I could feel it on one of them. Physically, it is not there. but still I feel it.
But has the incidences of the smell reduced from the encounter
From my bedroom
to right
from
now?
my bedroom they have reduced,
Yeah.
but from the car at times naweza kuwa naenda mahali but naisikia tu na feel tu hii gari inanuka sami.
And when after feeling the smell, do you get like a panic or anxiety?
Yes. I will be driving and I scream. Jugeb.
Doctor, how long does healing take? How long?
Healing doesn't have a timeline.
How do you get past those mental, just having the smell in my head and feeling it when it is not even there?
From where I sit, I think it's a matter of time.
Because when I go to court, I even suspect that you could be affiliated to them. Nitaisikia. Nitasikia ni kama unanuka yeye.
Ndio tunasema hiyo yote iko kwa in your mind.
Everything is in your mind.
I feel like with time you'll get past that, because we can't put a timeline when and also how. It's not even a question here, because I thought it was easier to get rid of the vehicle actually, or to buy another one or what. But do you feel safe when you should feel safe, because police are involved, the authorities are involved. You are sure you are protected.
You know, even at
Your
times,
story is known.
at times even having it in my parking at home does not feel safe. Like wataikujia tena. So unapatanga at times if I'm traveling, haiwezi lala home. Ni kujeni mpate nimefunga mlango lakini gari haiko.
Wow.
It is that bad. Maybe maybe we're going to my sister's and we're not home for maybe 2 or 3 days. It cannot, we will use my mom's car. Haiwezi kaa home. Haiwezi kaa home. Every night when I'm sleeping, maybe ni feel kitu huko nje.
You remember
When I check the CCTV, the first thing naangalianga kuna mtu kwa parking.
wow. This thing left a very detrimental effect on your mind.
Yeah. Instead of checking, is there someone on your door? Is there someone trying to open the door? Naangalianga kuna mtu kwa parking.
One thing about this thing is even the same, I guess, with childhood. There are people who have grown being told you're not good enough, you're not good enough. Even when they are adults, doing something like something practical, they are double guessing themselves because of the words they've been told over and over again. It's you intentionally now redoing the words, redoing even when you feel the smell. For me, I would think is reassuring myself, you know what, Carol, you're safe. You are safe, you can sleep now, because now you know this. The smell, he is not here right now and I am safe. I guess it starts with, as much as we go to therapy and all those things, it starts with that, reassuring that young girl, reassuring that lady, you know what, you're good, you're safe, and yes, you're protected. So it will heal the trauma, because if it's not addressed, it grows and grows to now people having anxiety attacks. Unasikia mtu akona anxiety hapumui, it's getting severe, and panic attacks, they are there. So I guess it starts by reassuring yourself, I, Carol, you're okay. Like people who have been gone victims, even domestic violence, they had stayed with this guy. When they even try a new relationship, like huyu atanichapa, hata alianzanga hivi, unaona hivi ni vile huyo mwingine alianza. It's not reassuring. He's different. This is a new relationship, this is a new environment, and I am healing. I think that's one thing that for you really need to, because to reduce this episode that you are saying they have reduced, and now you are sleeping much better. Hujatuambia story ya mitishamba.
Kulala zile dawa za Wahindi.
You see, you go and you told this one comes to you now, will help you sleep better. There's nothing I hadn't tried.
Wow.
There's nothing I had not tried. You see, even when you told go fast, have your kidneys checked. Mimi itanisaidia kulala. Bring
Kidneys check.
My daughter
You took every advice that came your way, as long as it gave you sleep.
You know, you get to a point where you don't know what sleep feels like. So now I wanted to just sleep. Wacha nikikutwa, nikutwe kama nimelala. So promethazine was not an option. Spiriton was not an option, because I knew I'd be hooked. So let's try mitishamba. This comes your nerves, check. This makes you sleep, check. But now you turn to be an emotionless person. And I knew I was emotionless when I made a queue without causing a fuss. And that was not me. Ati nimepanga line na sileti shida. Ama sipigi mtu kumwambia uko niko hapa kwa counter kama unisaidie. I just waited until it was my turn. I knew something is wrong. This is not me at all.
Yeah.
I cannot keep on doing this.
Wow.
Because you tell me something.
I thought it was normal to queue.
Not for Laura.
For me it was not.
It was not.
Okay. You go to hospital ati venye unapanganga line, unangoja hiyo turn. Nitapigia Karo kwa job. Tumekam na madhe kujumsaidie. But that time I just waited until it was our turn. And
you are so
really, this is not me. Yeah. As much as I am sleeping better, as much as it is not me. Wow. I'd not even get irritated by anything. You know, you're a zombie. I became that. Now a shell of a person that does not feel anything, and me I feel a lot of things. I feel and I agree to feel. But now I was numb. Your son is sick in hospital, sawa?
The extremes.
Yeah, nidu. So when that incident of just me queuing and I cannot wait to queue happened, nilijua. No.
So what's the next step did you take after that?
I stopped taking them. And said not to feel now the raw pain. When I sleep. When I don't sleep, it is okay.
Wow.
So if I don't sleep for 2 days, on the third day you usingizi to compensate. Now that is how now my mind works. Before we come to how you'd expect better, you know, like right now when you're telling about, right now you're talking about telling us call someone, check on someone. Before we get to there, let me get some comments here. We have Calbert Njeru says, pass my regards to Anne Laura. She's a strong woman. Grace has taken them through. That's Calbert Njeru. We have Maggie Morioki. Yes, let everyone heal from their own pace. I love this. We have Carson Minor says, battle may last long, but not forever. It's not a forever thing. And then someone, Rachel, says, it shall be well, Laura. It's already well, and we're getting healing. I believe you are so much far from where we were. Gladys Wanjiro says, this girl is such a strong woman. One day at a time, those thugs will never come near you. We believe that in Jesus' name. And then Dixon says, there is no battle that lasts forever. And you know the best thing about this battle, you're not just rising alone. You're rising as a voice to many. And as right now you have seen so many people come to share their own struggles with of their life. You are like an open space and a safe space for many to discuss it, because unaingia pale online and una discuss. Mostly right now, even you're not discussing the journey, you are discussing the importance of checking on your friend. You know, in our day right now, tunaangalia about finances. Everybody is just chasing the bag. Nobody is taking time to call that parent, to call that sister and ask, how was your day? Yeah. Ni very hard. Say that ukijua mtu anakupigia na haja kupigia for long, most likely ni kapesa nataka. Or there is a solution that they need from you. But can you normalize checking on someone and calling them and saying, hi, how are you?
Yeah, which is very important.
So in your healing journey, Laura, what is the things that you'd say, acha kuuliza hizi kind of questions to someone who has experienced trauma, ama ask this kind of question, what was the safe space for you? Right now you are a safe space to many because you are telling us to speak out in your platform, social media. What are the things that you would expect from friends and family, and you'd want people to do it more oftenly?
One of the things that used to happen, ulikuwa unapata mtu anakupigia na kuuliza how are you? And the answer would always be niko sawa.
Niko sawa.
Niko sawa tu.
But I'm okay. But deep down unajua the things I'm going through. But now this person, you know, even if you told them, they would not understand. If you told this person, they don't know this version of you. Anajua ule mtu tulikuwa tunapati na yeye, ule mtu tulikuwa tuna enjoy life na yeye, ule mtu alikuwa ananipigia simu hata saa 8 usiku to just check up on me. But now this person will not understand a version of you. I remember umetaja Calbert, and I remember in February Calbert just called me and told me, Laura, let's pray.
Wow.
He didn't say anything.
Wow.
That time I had been called by the OCS Narumoro. Same day. I don't know. OCS Narumoro alinipigia. Akaniambia tunakuhitaji Narumoro. Amza kwa nini? Ati gari yako ilionekana ikiiba. So you need to answer questions. Nikamwambia mkiona munilete. It got lost and I just shared there. Same day Calbert calls me. He didn't say, hi Anne. He just told me, let's pray.
Wow.
I was on the road. Kasimama mali nilikuwa, we prayed, and that was it.
Wow.
And for me, I just feel, call me and just tell me anything. Niulize kitu that leads up to a conversation. But uko aje?
Wow.
I remember people used to ask me, uko home? Nimetoka kidogo.
Na uko home
Na
sayo.
denyoba.
Una sasa pia wewe uko unaallow watu wakuje. No, you want people to ask you how you're doing. You want them to start the conversation, but you're not ready.
That even if you come, you will see a version of me that has never existed.
And you're not ready for people to see
And
that
I'm-
version.
And I'm not ready. Because the previous me was someone where I used to like
Life.
just a good person. But now sasa you've become a scared person. A
Ume
person who
shrink.
cannot trust.
Yeah.
A person who does not want to do anything. Me hata, I used to love showering. Like nikiwa home hata ningeonga kwa bafu hata mara saba.
Usituambie saa hizi ni
But-
contra.
I would struggle to even shower. Literally go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it happens.
I would struggle to. Ati najiambia kinaenda kuoga gari sasa naoga alafu sinikufe tu.
Wow.
That's hiyo ni stage ya depression hata before ifike PTSD.
It got to a point where now I divided my kids. You take that. When nilikuwa nimekuachia mtoto. Wewe chukua huyo, chukua ATM yangu ya Olin, chukua wewe utachukua gari. It got to a point and now I don't know now.
You're just
Sasa
survival
now I
mode.
can die.
Survival mode. Now she got into survival mode. You're just surviving.
You just existing. Unaamka tu, ukiamka uamke. If you die, you die. Because I knew I will either die of hunger, I will either die of pain, I will either die of lack of sleep, I will get a sickness that will come from not taking care of myself and just die. Ama I might as well as have an accident and just die. So now when you call and tell me uko home, we kuja tu. You know my house has children. If you're my friend enough, kama wewe ni rafiki yangu, unajua niko na watu hawaendi shule, so always my house will always have people. So you just show up at my gate.
Yeah, like Nini, like in Pastor Calbert's Waziri did not give you an option. Can I pray for you? Just
You
pray.
just say, let's pray.
I will accept
Can we
it.
pray? Ningemwambia niko mahali.
Yeah.
Si sahi. Later.
It was just let's pray.
Wow. So what are the things that you're encouraging people besides social media, because you're really talking about mental health, mental awareness?
As much as I'm encouraging them, it is me encouraging myself.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know.
one or another, Carol, there's a lot to life. And we only have one life to live. You can choose to live a life filled with pain. But now, what does that translate to? It translates to a life where you're not gratified. You see, you have
No
mimi sikuwa hata na
feelings,
reason ya
just
kuamka. Ati niamke. Sikuwa na reason ya kuamka. You see, even the way I'm fighting for my children. I used to ask my sister, kwani wao ndio wa kwanza kuachwa bila mzazi?
Oh, you lost purpose.
Yeah. So now you have to get purpose. Whatever it is that you have to do, life has to be meaningful. And I think now I am really trying to get to that point of just getting purpose, of just feeling useful. Because that time I'd feel useless. I cannot cook at home. I cannot host people. I cannot do anything. So I'm useless. So now you have, I, as much as I'm trying to encourage maybe someone who goes through someone, it is also for myself.
Yeah.
What I want for myself, to get better, to get back to, well, I might not get back to the old me, because there are parts of the old me I also didn't like, but to a person who has purpose. So yeah.
I think one thing you can share with us kindly, if you're viewing us, any traumatic episode, and how did you heal out of it? How did it? There are things that we all say childhood traumas. I don't know if we have healed out of it from the traumas in our childhood, but in this one is an adult experiencing it, feeling your safe space being it's like it's corrupted now, and you want to find yourself again. What was me before the incidents? How did I reason? How did I feel safe? What did I like? What were experiences, and how did you heal about? What healing journey are you having to when you in this episode? So kindly share. We are having a lot of people who are commenting. We have Kego. Kego says hi to Anne Moniki. She's a committed to safeguarding the community's mental health issues. We are glad to have to work for her work. And then there is Gladys says the reason we need friends that can hear our silence. All right, not just hearing what we speak. She says hearing the unspoken words of a friend, having friends around that can pray for you. That's amazing. So anyone who is watching, give us your feedbacks. How was the experience? How was the healing journey? And how long did this take you? And among the things that you have discussed even with people, do you think it will take like forever? It depends with what initiative would she take her as a person to quicken the healing process, because it's like an injury. Ni kama mguu. Wenye daktari anakuambia ukikosa ku exact pressure on it, it heals better. Does it work in mental health?
It does work. It does work. And I'm just so happy about Aurora here because she took the first step. She took the first step. She accepted the situation and she's using her own voice to reach out to people. I just love, I haven't seen her social medias, but I am just loving that she is able to break the silence out there. Let people know that this pain exists. It happened to me, it's okay. Even if it happens to you, but there are people out there ready to help. And healing is possible. I believe so. Do you believe so?
Yeah, I do.
I believe so. And you'll get to a point now you won't feel any pain anymore at all. You'll actually be laughing about what happened, and you'll be championing for people to speak, and just get some healing out there. This conversation is very important when it comes to mental health, because how many people do you think wanna suffer silently?
Sana.
Si ni wengi?
Wengi.
Ni wengi sana. Hawana the courage. Hawajui where to start. I'm so glad and happy for your family and friends. They were there for you. They were there for you. And that was the best gift you'd have gotten at that particular point. Because at a therapy, the best therapy is one that comes from people who love you, who know you, and they are ready to listen.
Yeah.
Without blaming you.
True.
You know, as much as we say when you have people around you, it really helps. In my case, I felt like siwasaidi. I am being too much for them. Because you know my mom, and she got to experience all this with me. So she is not dealing with her pain.
She's concentrating in yours.
Is bigger. So you feel you're also putting a toll on them.
Yeah.
My sister has her own issues. But now again, she has to worry about, have you committed suicide? Wow. Have you given your children food?
Constant
Are you taking care
worry.
of your children? So you feel like you're also
A burden.
being a burden to them. Because for me, at some point, I felt like I was being a burden to them because I'm not able to sleep. So what do? Sagana police station. Police wanakuja. Who gets up to come and check what is happening? My mother. She does not sleep. She's going back to work tomorrow. So, but now she does not understand how she expects you to sleep. Because for her, I don't know, it was like she just went back to normal. She'd sleep, she'd wake up. She was not afraid to stay in her house alone.
I guess the most traumatic part when we were discussing was the fact that when you melala, you were comfortable, you had already, you know the door is closed and everything is safe. And then all of a sudden at the middle of the night, there is someone who's standing with a knife on your
Neck.
Things we see in movies.
Yeah, literally.
Wow.
Literally.
Did you ever see the figure? Like when past that experience?
I had my door being touched, and I thought I have a new house help, so it's my daughter coming to my bedroom.
Yeah.
So mimi nilitoa mosquito net, alafu nitafute torch ni kamulikie njia. Now before I could get to that point,
Kisu.
and being strangled.
Wow. Did you get to see their face?
I just saw the figure. I just saw the figure.
Because it's dark.
I remember it was not that dark because pale bedroom yangu kuna that solar light and my curtain was not closed. So I could see the figure, I could see what he was wearing. I remember the shoes he was wearing. So now just 1 minute you're relaxing. I had just prayed. Na nikaangalia nikaona 10:18. Acha nilale kesho naamka kwenda job. Then a few minutes later this happens. First thing I thought was my child in the other bedroom. Second thing I thought was my mom. Is what is happening to me happening to her? So my son, you strangled Kisu, unaambiwa nyamaza, comply. This person is taking your phone, putting them in their pocket. So my son got startled and started crying. So I think alimchukua akamtupa, akamwangusha huko chini. That is where I got the strength to fight, and I was beaten a good one because I fought. I just went, took my baby. Na by the time sasa ananifikia ni kunigonga mahali anaweza gonga juu hata yeye haoni vizuri, it's a bit dark. Najaribu kumuongelesha, wacha mtoto anyamaze. Anajaribu kunitoa nguo akimrusha matiti kwa mdomo, wewe mnyonyeshe, na bado ananipiga, mtoto hawezi. The baby is already tensed. 1 minute ameona sasa I will kill you and your child because aliweka mtoto chini akanilalisha juu ya mtoto, na sasa ndio akaanza kunitoa nguo. So my son is not breathing. Mimi mwenyewe I don't know what to do. So in that moment I heard my mom scream because she also felt there was some commotion, and my mom just got to see them removing things from my house, putting them in the car, removing things from my house, she could see them. So she just started screaming. Mimi sasa nikajua sasa hata
mom is in safe situation.
Me, I complied. I peed on myself. I started vomiting. I don't know from where. And nikajua sasa I am dead. That is it. And now,
I don't even know how you got the
after that,
courage.
it was just me screaming, calling people. Suddenly my house is full of people, my children. I'm trying to call on the other daughter. She cannot respond. She's dragged. So nikajua riwo na mwana wako niyo ragiro kana ni yakuwirwo. Now that is ransom.
Yani hiyo dakika kidogo umefikiria everything.
Nilijua sasa shiko amebebwa, mama amebebwa. Now sasa nitaanza kuitishwa vitu sina. So now it was that bad.
How long did it take to relive the same scenario over and over again? And did you go to sleep the same bedroom again?
No, I did not go to aje sasa.
The following day ulikuwa bado unarudi kwa hiyo bedroom?
Aje. I stayed in the same clothes for a very long time because I could not get to nibadilisha. I could not even stand the sight of my mosquito net because a piece of it ndio ilikatwa, ndio ilikuwa inajaribu kuniua. Ni strangle.
What was their intention by the way?
Stealing. They wanted to steal. Then they subdue me. I go wake up my mom. They also take her.
But they already taken things, so what else do they want?
I was even telling this person who had brought them when I went to church that day, because we had gone for Wednesday prayers. Si wangekuja wabebe tu kila kitu, uniachie mtoto hapo, watoto hapo wakilia, because watu wangelia wachoke walale. Hamngeweza kubeba viti because clearly zingetosha kwa gari. My neighbors could see you. Hizo vitu zingetosha kwa gari, TV nini, the electronics, the phones zenye zilikuwa simngezurusha kwa gari. Digiresiana wakilia, that would have been much better.
Yeah.
Dealing with that would have been recovering these things would have been.
It's a financial strain.
You know?
Now,
And now putting this toll on me. What if they had mistaken my bedroom and come to your bedroom and tried to do the things they were doing to me to you? What if they turned on you and did the same things to just prove you're not one of them?
Yeah, they could have.
Why? And this is not a person, you know, we stay with these people and unasikia mtu alikuacha juu ulimfanya madharau, alikuacha juu ulimuongelesha vibaya, alikuacha juu ulifanya. This one had stayed for 3 days. 3 days. Nilikuwa naambia si hata ungeacha nikufanye madharau. Usemange you did this out of spite for me. But no, I had done nothing to you. On Tuesday, she came on Sunday. I remember on Tuesday now I was getting to know her better. And we really prayed on that Tuesday because her story moved me. You have a father who has cancer, your husband died, your in-laws turned on you, everything was taken away from you. That's why you're in this position.
Yeah, ange call off the cards kama alikuwa amepeana tender.
So now we really prayed on that Tuesday.
Ndio, like she had time to redo her actions. Awambie msikuje,
you know,
tuende nyumba ingine.
A real story, the story she told you about herself.
The father is cancer, is not even sick. The husband is the one with the children, and
she was not even a house girl anyway.
She wasn't.
She was never a house girl.
Mimi swali yangu hata ingine ni
because you ask someone, how come
is she behind bars?
Yeah, she is. All of them are.
Wow.
How, as a woman or a mother, how do you protect your children?
She's a mother of girls.
Now you as an employee, how do you protect yourself from future?
I don't know. How do you? That's what I'm telling you. I really struggled leaving my house for a very long time.
To trust your child to someone else.
To someone else. Aje sasa. You know, we hear stories of people beating their children, other people's children, people killing them, ama anamgonga vibaya mtoto anakufa, and you think
it's just a story.
It is just a story. This actually happened. Now imagine, trying to imagine that now you have to go back to your normal life. Unajua, unaachia mtu watoto. I couldn't. It
Up
took
to today.
Well, I went to Rwanda for a week, so I have moved on past that. But now getting to a point of thinking that unaweza achia mtu watoto, it took a long time before I literally leave the house. Nilikuwa natoka Sagana police station, narudi home. My neighbors spotted the kids being taken for a walk. Simu ishapigwa haraka. Right now that path hakuna mtu anapitanga kama sisi wote hatujapigiana simu, whether it is during the day, whether it is during the night, because these people came during the day when I was not there and did the inspection. Funguo za gari anawekanga hapa, ndio bedroom yake, TV waka kidogo ile tu mkuchomoa. My neighbors saw them and they saw them being picked, but now in their head they think ni mafundi, ni watu wamekuja kutembea kwako. You understand? Because huyu mtu umetuambia ni anaangalia watoto ndio anaenda kuwachukua. It could not even register in their brains that was about to happen. Now later when the DCI posted photos, ndio alikuwa anaangalia anasema, huyu mtu si ndio tulikutana naye, huyu mtu si ndio aliniongelesha kwa barabara akaniuliza direction. So now anyone passes, anakuja kwako akaniuliza, shika namba yake, from a person in church.
But maybe she was genuine.
She wasn't, because the house was not the first incident.
The nanny was not.
No, I mean
the person was genuine.
The person who gave me was
really genuine.
Yako anajua ni mtu tu alienda akamwambia
anataka kazi. Na hivyo ndio shida ikaondoka kwake.
Now that person also, I have to drag that person also in court.
Oh yeah.
Wow. And also her, wherever she got it was a one-on-one.
Yeah. Now you have to come to prove to court that alikuja kwangu akaniambia
hauko among the deal.
Siku among the deal. So you can imagine now the toll it puts on people that it shouldn't have.
One thing I'm a believer of, maybe you would tell me it's wrong, I'm a believer of things sometimes happen to us are not for us maybe to be like, it should not drag us down. I believe you experience some things to be a light to someone else, and to right now, someone who has undergone robbery and all those things, you'd identify them better than the therapist herself. Sure. You can really tell and listen. You can feel her pain, her journey, and walk the journey better than even a therapist. So I think some of the experiences like you went through, you did not deserve it. Yes, I know, Kabisa, you do not deserve it, but you would identify with people who have gone through this. You identify with someone who has gone through violence. You would identify with these people and tell them, walk the journey, help them in healing. We experience these things for us to be a solution to someone and a light to someone else. So if, as much as part of your healing, I pray you will meet people that you are also helping them in their healing journey. I learn when you teach someone something that you have learned, you understand it more better. So I believe even as you're meeting people like today, when you share with them, when you try to talk to them and they feel safe walking the journey they are in, you yourself get healed. So embrace more people as you're healing. Let people speak as much as you don't even have the solution. Them being vulnerable, like the therapist, even if you don't have the right words to tell that person, them being vulnerable, being able to talk to you is a healing journey for them and you also. So you say, guys, ndakwambia nini? No, just listen. You just listen, and I believe it's a healing journey. Any remarks from you as we end the show?
Yeah, for sure. I think first I'll tell you thank you for sharing your story and congratulations for the courage that you've gotten yourself for those actually months. They are months. You're talking of months.
Yeah,
because
it's been a year.
it's been a year.
It's a month, yeah.
And your pain is very valid. And I'm just so glad. I'm not happy that you went through that, but I'm glad God used you to be a voice to many. Because from the small years of experience I have kama psychologist, honestly, sijawahi patana na such a story. It's moving, it's painful, and I'm glad you spoke about it. I'll tell you what, healing takes time.
It does.
It takes time, but trust the process. Keep sharing your story as much as you can. If that is what makes you feel better, do what makes you feel better at this particular journey. And it will take time for you to start trusting even your own environment, your own car, your own everything. It will take time to start trusting again, but never blame yourself for anything that happened to you. It was never your fault. It was never the fault of the people. Actually, this was just something that happened. It's more of an accident because nobody knew it would happen. And I'll tell anybody, actually, from now, those who are watching the show, if you are a victim or a survivor of such an episode, such an experience, do not feel like you are to blame yourself. If you are comfortable, you can talk to someone, you can let your story be heard. And this will be a very important step into your healing journey. And healing is possible. And of course, with everything, God at the center of it. He's the healer. And he's the one who fixes such situations that not even therapists or counselors can. That's my take home.
Laura, I want you to talk to someone and a family member or a friend that knows a friend who is going through something, because we all know a friend who is going through something, or that person who has gone through an episode. Talk to them and talk to that friend that stop judging them. They are too much. Why are you crying like this? Have you ever seen people in burial area and they're telling, "Kwani unalia hivyo?"
Hata me, I used to be asked, kwani utaishi ukilia? Maidhari makuma tiviraga.
Talk to that person, talk to that friend and family.
Yeah, to anyone who's had any kind of traumatic experience, one of the most important things is to just be kind to yourself. It is easy said than done, but get a point where you become kind to yourself and try and seek all the help, whatever works for you. Try and seek help in that way. If you know anyone who has gone through anything that is traumatic, just try to understand. And the best way is to put yourself in their shoes. If this happened to you, how would you react? And how would you feel? But don't push them to heal faster. Don't push them to not
Expecting
cry.
them
Don't push them to. Don't expect them to just wake up one day and feel okay. Because for me, it has not been that easy. It has not been that easy. Just be mindful of their pain. Try and understand their pain as much as you might not really understand their pain. If there's anything, if you feel like you cannot say anything, just be there. For me, when I'm going to court, there are friends that you just find that they just show up. They're just with you in court, whether it's a mention, whether it's a hearing, they just come, and that really helps. Just knowing that you're turning around and you're seeing someone familiar, as opposed to you looking for a person that will attack you, it really helps. So if you cannot say anything, or if you feel like whatever you say will just trigger them, just be there. Just show up for them. It really helps, and it is really important.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's all we had today. And before I close the event, close the episode, I want to give big ups to our sponsors of the day. One, we have Sanari Clinics is in Moya. Anything reproductive, any clinics that you want to see a specialist, you can always hook up with Sanari Afya Center. And then another, we have more sponsors. We have Jungle Trails. Jungle Trails, we have said it offers a safe space for hiking. If you want to hike, if you want to travel, sana hiking, travels, camping, having the camping, we have the camping gears, the chairs, anything Jungle. If you want to, you can always inbox us. You're going to give you the connection to Jungle Trails. I want to give big ups to PK Events and Protocol. These ones will offer a calm space. If you're having a burial preparation, then other than having family friends comfort the mourners, they are there for you. If you're having a rurashio and having these beautiful girls making the day colorful for you, organizing the space, having a comfortable area, like you don't have to worry about mourners, you don't have to worry about the events. They are there for you, and they are always a call away. You just inbox us and you're going to give you the handles. And of course, we have an NGO that is Voices That Heal from Anne. These are safe space of talking, healing. They have a WhatsApp group. You can always go to their Facebook page, Voices That Heal. This is a safe space. And if you have a child, unaona unaanza kufika adolescence na ameanza kukua stubborn, usingangane. You just inbox them. Ukisikia mtoto amekusumbua, usingangane. Just inbox Voices That Heal. We are going to put even the numbers of therapists that you can always link them up. You are going to meet one-on-one. They can meet you via Zoom, but even on one-on-one they are available and they are ready to talk to you. Okay? Ukiambia na mzazi ati sijui pitia counselor, pitia therapist, kindly inbox us and it's going to make it easy for you. Parenting lazima tusaidiane. Kwanza you have a teenage, I know. When it comes to parenting, you need help. It takes a community to raise them. So for the counseling sessions, for the therapy, we are having the therapists with us. Just inbox and you're going to give you the numbers. So that's all for today. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for interacting with us. I think and I know it's going to be a healing process for someone. You can always go to Anne Laura's Facebook page. She's always sharing about mental health. You can always reach us and share her story and share your story with her. She's a comfort and a safe space to talk to. That's all for today. See you on next episode on Your Nurse Companion show. It goes live at Oasis of Love and Your Nurse Companion.